Today on The Pulse, from his lips to God's ears. What's happening in Prince George's County for small businesses? Stay tuned because the county's top guy is coming up next. Calling all entrepreneurs. It's Economic Development Week in Prince George's County. The only show in town dedicated to helping Prince George's County businesses. Hello, I'm Denise Roberts and welcome to The Pulse, the show dedicated to helping Prince George's County businesses. My special guest today, and if you don't know him, he is the 7th man to be elected county executive for Prince George's County. And if you've been watching The Pulse for the past two and a half years, then you know this show is all about helping businesses. The good news is there's a lot of great things going on in Prince George's County. There's so much happening with business and economic development. Major development projects have broken ground, projects are waiting to get the green light, and projects that are coming down the pike. Here to talk about all of these wonderful opportunities is Prince George's County's top elected official and biggest advocate, County Executive Rushern Baker. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, Denise, thank you for having me. I've arrived. I'm on your show.
Yeah, we've been waiting for you for 2.5 years. But before we get down to the business of the businesses in Prince George's County, you know, I understand the challenges of someone you love and seeing them go through, you know, something, you know, a disease or something. And you've been very transparent about your wife's personal battle with Alzheimer's. So first, I just want to ask you, how is she doing? You know,
she's doing good. You know, everything considering, she's doing really good. Our oldest child, our son, got married, and our youngest daughter graduated from college, and she's around to see and hear those things. So we're in a good space, and thank you for asking.
You're welcome. What do you think is the most important thing that Prince George's County residents should be made aware of related to this issue?
Well, what we've tried to do, and there are a couple of things I'm proud of that we've done in the county, and that is, one, we're a dementia-friendly county. We're one of the ones that are designated by the Obama administration. And what that means is we want people to be open and aware of what families are going through, and to treat those folks when they see them at church or in the shopping mall, you know, just like they would treat anybody else. The other thing is, as we're talking about health care and how important it is to Prince George's County, especially mental health, this is one where we are playing a role. And thirdly, I'm so proud that Prince George's County has a chapter of the Alzheimer's Association right here in the county, raising money and awareness for it.
Good, good. Has this disease made you more health conscious? I understand you just ran a race in the Baltimore 10 mile.
I did. It really did. You know, when I came into office with all the stress of being county executive, it is when my wife was first diagnosed in 2010 with early onset of Alzheimer's. I was out of shape, gaining a lot of weight, and the stress of it, you know, as somebody, you know, late Wayne Curry told me, he said, listen, you'll flatline if you don't do something. And I started running and exercising and taking care of myself so I could take care of her. And so we've kept that practice. And we made it countywide. Healthy Prince George's is all part of that.
Sure. Now, you've had a great career for yourself, great professional career. You're an attorney. You've been in education, which is one of your passions, I know. Why did you want to be county executive?
You know, when I decided to run for county executive, it really was based around education in the county. I felt like, given the fact that we're one of the wealthiest counties, not just wealthiest African-American counties, we're one of the most educated African-American communities anywhere in the world, that our public education system was not making the progress that I wanted to see there. And I felt as county executive I could help. You know, our 3 children went through our public school system, so you can get a great education in Prince George's County. You just couldn't get it everywhere. And what I wanted to do was to change that. Now, of course, when you get the job, it's a lot more than just focusing on education. But that was the reason that I ran. I wanted to play a critical role in making sure we had the best education system possible.
And on the economic development side, there's a lot going on.
There is.
There is a lot going on. And with all of the development that we hear about, you know, some things happen and some things don't. What can you tell our viewers about what's really coming to Prince George's County?
You know, we're excited. There is probably the most exciting thing I say about economic development in Prince George's County is we have 500 square miles in our county, and there are development projects that are happening in all 500 square miles. We did a groundbreaking at Cadillac Hotel in Brandywine, which is going to be a development in the southern part of our county. We've got development going on in Laurel. And we're excited about what's going to soon open at College Park, the hotel and conference center at the University of Maryland. That right there is a project we kicked off. You know, the new regional medical center that's going to be in new downtown Largo, which not only will have a regional medical center there, it will also have county administration buildings there. So when you come to the county administration building, you'll actually, next year, you'll be coming to downtown Largo. And so we're really excited about that. And on Central Avenue, Pastor Macklin and the Sanctuary are developing, along with partners, Kingdom Square, which is going to be a new development right there on Central Avenue. So there's a lot going on.
Okay, okay. What are some of the issues surrounding the Regional Medical Center? You said next year we're going to have built. Do you really think it's going to happen by next year?
I think with the Regional Medical Center, we've had issues, and most of it stem around funding from the state. This is a partnership between Prince George's County, the state of Maryland, University of Maryland Medical System, and Dimensions to build this new regional medical system. And so everyone agreed in 2010 when we signed, or 2011 when we signed the Memorandum of Understanding, that we'd each play a part. So for the last 2 years, we've been fighting like heck in Annapolis to make sure there's funding there. I can say for sure that there is definitely funding because the General Assembly, thank you, President Miller and Speaker Bush and our members of the General Assembly, have guaranteed the state's portion of the funding. The county was already there. We guaranteed ours. So we'll have a groundbreaking sometime this year that will lead to a brand new regional medical center that will be up out of the ground by 2020. And so it's actually going to happen, and we're excited.
Good, good. What about the FBI? Is it really coming?
I think the FBI is going to come here.
Why are you fighting so hard for it to be here?
You know, it's important in several ways. One is not just about the 11,000 jobs that the FBI will bring here, because this is not just the headquarters. This is a consolidated FBI. That means there are going to be offices from around the nation that are going to be consolidated into one site. But it will also mean, I mean, what a great story for Prince George's County that, just think about it, 6-7 years ago was being investigated by the FBI, to now have the headquarters of the consolidated FBI here, and the cachet that's going to be able to carry us so that we use that as a catalyst for development, whether it's at Landover or whether it's at Greenbelt. I think it's going to have a significant impact.
Sure. Now, FBI, Regional Medical Center, those are two big issues, big topics, big projects. How likely are the county's small businesses able to participate?
I think they're going to have a great chance to participate in both projects, because much like when we did MGM, it's not just the building of the structure itself, it's the things that go on around it. And so with the Regional Medical Center, we're going to play a significant role along with the state and with in designating small and local businesses to participate in that. But the offshoots of that are going to also have contract opportunities. Same thing with the FBI. I'm excited about the building, but I'm more excited about what impact it's going to have in the surrounding neighborhoods and the chance that's going to give to local businesses here to participate in that.
And that's what we want. We want to see our businesses be more successful.
We do.
Okay, so we're going to go to break really quick. More with our county executive when we come back.
You're gonna love your new birthday present. Are you ready?
Ta-da!
It's a teeter-totter.
A teeter-totter.
Yeah, a teeter-totter. goes up and down.
Today, grown-ups will try anything to get kids more active outdoors. Good thing, since active kids have a better chance of building stronger bones.
Coming your way, buddy, come on.
And maintaining a healthy body weight now and later in life. A longer life.
You still got it.
There is one surefire way to get kids up and out. That's to get out there with them.
Okay, let's go.
A message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons and the Pediatric Orthopedic Society of North America, who remind you, for strong bones, activity runs in the family.
It's a teeter-totter.
Welcome back to The Pulse. If you're just tuning in, we are talking with Prince George's County Executive Rushern Baker. You know, we know that with any jurisdiction, the economic draws are an environment where people feel safe. So you got strong public safety and you got strong public school system in place.
Right.
What improvements have been made in those areas in Prince George's County since you've been in office?
You know, the thing that we looked at in Prince George's County is that why weren't we growing our commercial tax base? And there were three things that were holding us back, quite honestly. Ethical concerns. And that's why the first piece of legislation that I put in as county executive, we put in and pushed through, was a strong ethical bill that showed the business community and the residents that we were serious about, you know, being above board and doing things right in Prince George's County. The second thing was public safety. You're absolutely right. If people feel like crime is high, they're not going to invest millions of dollars in a place where that. And so we were able to turn around our public safety here to the fact that now, 6 years later, we're at a 40-year low in violent crimes in Prince George's County. And that's businesses have paid attention to that, residents have. And finally, our education system. That is the #1 calling card of any jurisdiction, any county. Cities get away with not having it, but counties need it as their calling card. And so for us, improving our education system became really important for economic value. So when we go around now, or when Roland Jones or Jim Coleman are out there selling the county and this show sells the county, you can talk about our graduation rates being at 80%, something that wasn't in place before, the number of students who are going on to great universities. And that sends a signal to businesses that if you're going to invest, like MGM, $1.6 billion, you want to invest it in a place that's going to be around.
Okay, and even with those pieces in place, education and public safety, is that enough?
No.
Because let's talk about the elephant in the room. You know, Prince George's County is a predominantly black county. What has your administration done to change the stigma that businesses have about actually moving here?
You know, the first thing we had to do is take away what we thought were false, you know, straw men that were there. And we talked about, you know, education, crime, and ethical issues. But the other one was, you know, people would say, oh, you know, Prince George's County, it's hard to do business there because it takes so long for the permitting process. That was why we went in there and we changed our permitting process and developed our permits, inspection, and enforcement so we could get through the process quicker. Once we had done all that, then when we went and tried to sell the county, somebody said, well, you have high crime. We said, nope, that's not it. It's, you know, I don't know that I can get a fair deal there. Nope, that's not it. We changed that. Your education system, nope, we're improving. Permitting is there. So what's the reason you're not? You, Whole Foods, why aren't you coming here? You know, you, Harris Teeter, why aren't you coming here? You, Tanger.
Right.
So once you take away those obstacles and you say, we have an educated county, we have disposable income, there's no reason for you to not be here, then either you have to say, I don't want to be there because it's predominantly African American, or you have to come up with something else, because location is what we got. We're right next to the nation's capital. And what we found out, well, when we took away those obstacles and we put it squarely in front, and we also did investments, as you know, with our EDI fund.
Right.
So we were actually putting skin in the game. that we found out that people ran out of excuses as to why they weren't investing in Prince George's County.
And you put the EDI fund in place when you first got in office. Why did you feel that that was so critical?
Well, I thought it was critical because people were not willing to. You know, when I went around talking to businesses about coming to the county, they were like, no, you know, we're not willing to come there. And what I felt like is, and you know this, you know, businesses look at it, if you're not willing to invest in yourself, you, Prince George's County, why should I invest my dollars?
Okay.
And so at a time when we had a, you know, $75 million budget deficit, when the economy was tanked, we took money out of the rainy day fund and said, we are so positive on Prince George's County. We believe this is the best kept secret that we're willing to take our hard-earned dollars and invest in ourselves. Okay. So people were like, well, what do they know that I don't know?
Right.
And that started the ball rolling in the conversation. But we needed to show them that we believed in ourselves and we believed we were the economic engine of the Washington region, I dare say the state. Right. We believe that. Okay.
And has that program been successful?
It has been tremendously, probably more successful than I would have imagined. Because, you know, as I said to David Iannucci and to Tom Himmler from our office, that when we did the EDI fund, I didn't really care whether people actually took the money, whether they came in and applied for it. What I wanted with the $50 million was for businesses to say, wow, and what's going on over there? I wanted them to investigate Prince George's County, because if they came out here and they saw us, they saw the location, they saw the buildings, they saw the people, that they were going to invest on their own. So mine was just to get them to look at us. Okay. And they not only looked, but when we put the investments in there, we were able to keep Bizzuto Company, one of the largest real estate companies here. We were able to keep Thompson Creek Windows here. Yes. And you look at all of those things has spurred to creating more wealth for Prince George's County.
When I look at what it took to get MGM here, are you happy?
You know what? I am happy. Okay. At the time we were going through it, I think MGM, you know, next to the restructuring of the school system, you know, cost me the most political capital, because people were like, we've heard it all before. You know, I said it was going to be a destination resort, not a casino. And people were like, no, you know, politicians say that all the time, and it turns out to be something else. Sure. But now that you see it in the flesh, and it's more than, it's exactly what I wanted. I wanted something that was more than table games and slot machines. I wanted someplace, my wife and I don't gamble, but we want to go and see a show. We want a nice restaurant. We want a nice hotel. Those are the things that we deserve in Prince George's County, and they're there. So if you never walk into, you know, into the gaming area, you're still going to have a great time in Prince George's County and at MGM. And
that project means so much to the county, because revenues for the county are supposed to go to education, right?
The revenues for the county is guaranteed in the local revenues that we get. 50% of those are guaranteed to go into our public school system, our community college, and our library system, right off the bat.
Okay. Yeah, and we hear those kinds of things from our elected officials. How can we ensure or be certain that that is actually going to happen?
Well, that's why we put it in legislation and made it, you know, because you're right. If you look at the lottery at the state level, it was supposed to go to education. Only 17% does. And if you look at the gaming revenues at the state level, the majority are supposed to go to education. There's only a small percentage that that goes to it. So what we decided to do in Prince George's County was something different. We put it and mandated that this must go here. Okay. You know.
Okay, great. Don't go away, because Quickfire is up next.
Oh, in 5 minutes. No, it hasn't.
Hey, can you two
I
keep
want
it down
it.
for
It's
me?
my turn. No, it isn't.
Please, just keep it down.
I remember days when just driving down the street would give me anxiety. And now look at me.
Don't get me wrong, I still don't love crowded places. But it's good to get out again.
Noises like that used to make me hit the deck. But now, I can keep going.
Transitioning from the military can be tough. We all have unique experiences, but many veterans are facing similar challenges. Life goes on, but some things are different now. Visit MakeTheConnection.net to watch our stories and learn ways to create the story you want to live. No one can write it for you. Make sure it's a good one. Make the connection.
Welcome back to The Pulse. Here in the studio, we are talking with Prince George's County Executive Rushern Baker. You know, there's a law that just went into effect, effective April 1, CB 74, the Local Employment and Economic Act.
Right.
Is that law in line with your commitment to our small businesses in Prince George's County?
It certainly is. I mean, we have, from the very beginning of the administration, wanted to make sure that local and small and minority businesses got a chance to participate in the development of Prince George's County. I heard that throughout when I was campaigning for county executive. And because it wouldn't make much sense to have $7 to $8 billion worth of development, and here you are with a small business in the county, minority business, and you don't get a shot at doing some of that work right in your home county. And so we want to make sure that happens. We also want to make sure people are employed from Prince George's County. They first get the first crack at those jobs.
With 18 months, the 18 months that you have left
Yes.
in office, what do you want to accomplish before you leave?
You know, really what I've said to the folks and the directors and the people who've done a fantastic job, you know, we've been able to progress in this county because we have some really great men and women who are working for the county, making sure things get done. And I said to them, the legacy that we should leave is, you know, making this permanent in the sense that we want to make sure that we set up a structure so small and minority businesses are able to really be ready for the development that's going to happen. The county is poised to make a great deal of revenues, especially commercial revenues, in the next 7 years and 8 years, and I want to make sure that those businesses participate. We want to set a legacy that we're working with our school system so our kids are prepared to take advantage of those opportunities that are going to come out in the work world.
Okay, all right. Now we're going to shift gears and move over to our Quickfire segment. For the last part of this show, we are going to have a little fun with our county executive. I'm going to ask you some questions,
okay,
and you're going to say the first thing that comes to mind. So get ready.
Okay.
What's your favorite food?
Spaghetti.
One of your all-time favorite movies?
Henry V.
What's the last movie you've seen in an actual movie theater?
Oh God, Selma.
Oh.
Took my wife.
What's your favorite curse word?
I can't say.
I didn't think you could. What do you like to do for fun?
Read.
What have you found to be the most challenging as county executive?
Learning to be patient.
What about the most rewarding as county executive?
The men and women who work in the county.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
That's what I like. Books or movies?
Books.
Pepsi or Coke?
Neither.
PC or Mac?
I don't know what it is.
It's a computer. Cake or pie?
Pie.
Ice cream or yogurt?
Ice cream.
Skydive or bungee jump?
Neither.
You wouldn't go bungee jumping?
Afraid of heights.
I don't think I would either. Checkers or chess?
Chess.
And my final question for you, county executive, can we look forward to seeing you make a run for governor next year?
Stay tuned.
That's not an answer.
I love the question, though.
No, good. It was meant to be fun. No, but it's been an honor and a pleasure to have you on the show today. Finally, we got you in that seat.
Well, I'm just so honored to be here. You've done a terrific job. I watch on Saturdays, so I'm a big fan. My wife's a big fan. We watch together. And I want to thank you for really bringing out the best in Prince George's County and the men and women who sat in the seat and talked about it. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And that's our show for today. Thank you for tuning in. A special thank you to Rushern Baker, County Executive for Prince George's County, for joining us today. This show and previous episodes are posted on our website. It's diversity.mypgc.us and click on the pulse. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook at PGC Diversity, and our YouTube channel is The Pulse TV. Also, I would like to give a special shout out to Dylan Sebastian in Pinson, Alabama, who says he watches every episode on our YouTube channel. If you would like to join our Small Business Club for a chance to showcase your business on this show, send an email with the link to your company website to sddoutreach@co.pg.md.us. Also, if you would like to see your business on this show, take a picture of you and your business, and it has to be a selfie. Send it to us on Twitter at PGC Diversity, and be sure to use the hashtag #SelfieOnThePulse. I'm Denise Roberts, and remember, in Prince George's County, your success is our success.